Hey there, it's Elizabeth. Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. We ended, welcome to another flip through, by the way. We ended up on this page when I was doing my swatch doll and having my biopsies. Fun. And then on this day here, I filmed, I have like a lot of thick stuff in this book. Okay, we're doing all right. Okay, so I filmed a ramble session, caught up on my phobo. I was attempting to learn the V stitch, but with me, whenever I learn something new, it's like, oh my gosh. I mean, the squirrels run rampant, okay? Because I start on one thing and then I find something else that catches my eye. I'm more like a raccoon, maybe, not a squirrel. It's like, ooh, shiny. And then I want to do it. And then I don't finish what I started because I've already moved on to the next thing. I really need to stop doing that so that way I don't have so many unfinished projects. Anywho, I was trying to learn the V stitch, and then my daughter and her boyfriend went up to Punta Gorda to it was like some redneck mud park or something. Yeah, and so they go mudding and camping and all that stuff. So they had a lot of fun, and it was really cold, and I think they both came home sick. And then we had a crazy busy day today. Oh gosh, yeah, I remember this. I thought I had made my son's lab appointment online, but apparently I never got a confirmation number, which meant that it never got into the computer, which meant we really didn't have a lab appointment. So we got up at the booty crack of dawn to go to this lab appointment and found out we didn't have a lab appointment. So that was kind of aggravating, but it was my fault. Anyway, while we were out, we had a lovely breakfast together. And we also went to the pawn shop, this new pawn shop that my son wanted to go see. And I love spending time with my sunshine out and about. And so we did that. And then this weekend we decided to stay home because the weather was going to be really yucky and rough and all of that. So we just stayed home from the Keys. And the chore of this day was vacuuming. Oh, vacuuming my back porch, right? Like, who does that? Who vacuums their back porch? I don't know. I can't possibly be the only one, but I have to because it gets so dusty and dirty. We live out in the country. We live among fields of like crops and fields of plants. And there are a lot of dirt roads out here. And it gets super, super dusty and dirty and gross. And so, yeah. So I hate vacuuming that thing, but I got to do it. Then on this day here, let's see, this was a Saturday. We had stayed home. Yeah, we weren't really feeling all that great. Big Handsome wasn't feeling all that great, but we wanted to get out and about. We just wanted to get out of the house and take our minds off of how we were feeling. So we did. So my husband, myself, and our son, we all went out. We did a little bit of Christmas shopping. We went to Big Handsome's favorite store, Home Goods. Oh my goodness. And he was gushing over all the TV consoles, which we didn't need. We do not need a new TV console. We have a perfectly good armoire. So, yeah. So anyway, we also went and got some Crocs. And let me tell you, so many people that I see online and stuff, it's like apparently some heinous crime to own Crocs. Down here where I live, and especially when you're a boating family and that kind of thing, and you're outside a lot and whatever, Crocs are a way of life where we live. I mean, I have a pair. They're like more like my garden shoes, even though I don't garden, so that tells you how much I wear them. But my husband wears his all the time. My son wears his all the time. And my daughter wears hers quite a lot. So they're a big thing. And then we went to Outback for lunch together, which I was supremely not impressed. Okay. It used to be one of my favorite places because, who doesn't like a good steak unless you're vegan or vegetarian? But I love a good steak. And yeah, I was not impressed. So then we got home. So this is what happened on Sunday, okay? In our living room, Yeah, you got to enjoy free solutions, right? So my husband was still on this kick about the consoles he had seen the day before at the store. And he was like, I really, I need to measure the wall and this and that. I said, honey, we don't need a new console, So we're sitting there and we were watching TV. We were just having a couch day, a relaxing couch day this day, watching Blacklist. And I told my husband, I'm looking at the armoire, and I said, you know what? I said, that armoire comes apart. So why don't we just take the top part off, and then we'll just use the bottom cabinet part as the console for the TV? There you go. Problem solved, right? So that is what we did. Of course, after that, my husband was like, now we need a bigger TV. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, men will be men. So, and my chore for that day was vacuuming. So I did get that done because they were busy. My husband vacuumed the plethora of dust that was on top of that thing. It probably hadn't been dusted in 10 years. It was disgusting. I mean, who does that? I don't know. Do you climb on a chair and vacuum like the top of your furniture? I don't know. I'm not very good at cleaning. Anyway, so that was that. And then, in over my head. Okay, so I finally began to tackle the purging and organizing and cleaning of the photo cupboards. This cute little thing I got from Allie on Dingley Delification. I love that. And it just matched how I was feeling that day. And yeah, and then it was time finally to put all the Irma packing away. Oh my gosh, yeah, what a black hole. So I spent hours. And of course, because I was in the photo cupboard, you're looking at all these photos. So then you've got to sit there and reminisce for hours. And Then on this day here, my poor daughter was sent home from work sick. Yeah, they actually sent her home. So she came home and she wasn't feeling well, but she wanted me to make her Mexican tuna dip, which right here is I put the not menu, what is this called? A recipe card. Yeah, so I put the recipe card in here. And so we had that. We watched a documentary. Both the Gems and I watched a documentary together in the afternoon. And then that chore of this day was cleaning and purging all of the DVDs and CDs that were in the TV consoles. So yeah, I ended up getting rid of 3 bags. And it was really funny because the kids were helping me, because I don't want to throw anything out that they want, like a DVD that was like a childhood memory or something like that. So when my husband got home, I told him, because the kids and I had joked about it earlier that day. When he got home, I said, yeah, honey, I got rid of The Princess Bride. And he was like, you better not have. That's like one of his favorite movies. I don't particularly care for it, but that's one of his favorite movies. So I got a little giggle from that. And then my daughter's boyfriend must have come over, yeah. And he got, my son brought his guitar out. And so my daughter's boyfriend was playing the guitar, and I never knew he could play so well. So that was fun listening to that. I love the guitar. I love anything musical. Then let's see. So then this day we were up and out at the booty crack of dawn to get to my son's blood work appointment. This appointment I actually did make online and got confirmed. So that was nice. And we were in and out of there before 9 a.m. So that was really nice. And then my son, I think, ended up having to go to school right after that. So we went our separate ways. And yes, aggravated. Oh my gosh. What had ended up happening, I'll try to make this story short. What had ended up happening is my husband, like Publix is a supermarket, a local supermarket, and they run a weekly ad. And in their ads, sometimes they have gas cards, right? So if you purchase $50 worth of stuff at their supermarket, you get a $50 gas card for $40, right? So you get $50 worth of gas for $40. So it's a deal. We always shop at Publix, and so so we get these gas cards or whatever. Well, here's the thing. If you do not use the gas card like right away and use it in its entirety, somebody out there, a very horrible, bad person, who has already taken the number off the back of the card, they will steal the money off the card. It is a scam. And so I had gone to the gas station some other time. I can't remember what. I don't know. It wasn't this day, but I had gone to the gas station with one of the cards and there was no money on it. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's a brand new card. How can there be not money on it? Well, there wasn't. Okay. And so then we had two of them. So I had used one of them. Then the next one, my husband, I think, tried to use, and it had like 80 cents on it. Yeah. So it's like this huge scam, right? So I called the number. They told me to take the cards back to Publix, explain to the manager what happened. My husband had already tried to go in, and the manager was a total weenie to him. And so yeah, he sent me. So the dragon lady. So I went in there and oh my gosh, they were so rude to me. And I mean, I get it, like anybody can go in there and be a dishonest person and go in there and say, look, I got this card from your store and it has no money on it. Give me a new card, but it wasn't my case. I was being honest. There was no money on it. Someone had actually stolen the money. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a really long story. So it was just terrible. I will never shop at that particular Publix again, ever. I was, oh my gosh, they made me feel like the criminal. It was horrible. They did in the end though, after barking a lot on my part, they did in the end up giving me my money back for the cards, which I was thankful for. So then on this day, that probably took up the whole video right there. Anywho, be wary, when you're getting gift cards from a store, make sure you use them within, a few days, because otherwise, there is a scam going on that these thieving people will steal your money off the cards before you even get a chance to use them. Word to the wise. Okay, so on this day here, I was doing more catching up. It was Thursday. Why did I call my grandmother on Thursday? I don't know. Anyway, did another cute swatch doll, and her name is Ella May. So yeah, I love these things. They are so adorable. And the swatch doll again is from James Burke. Let me see. Yeah, I was feeling a headache coming on. I really needed to catch up in my pages, but I'd only gotten 3 complete, I guess. Yeah. So anyway, Beauty Queen was still sick. And yeah, we just had a couch evening. Oh, and then this, you guys saw this, I'm sure, in a ramble session. I was so behind. Things were just crazy and busy, and doctor's appointments and scans and biopsies and you name it, so it was just a really overwhelming time for me. And so these were just simple pages. So yeah, this evening I found out that my father got engaged to his girlfriend. And so we are happy that he is happy. And let's see. This was like heading toward Thanksgiving, right, in the US. And so we were beginning our 10-day staycation down at the Hideaway. So Big Handsome and I were totally excited to go down there and spend 2 weeks down there. And, Big Handsome was going to commute. So he was still going to go to work a few days before Thanksgiving Day. And then he was going to be off for for a long weekend. So we were hoping we were going to get some boating in and all that. I felt a migraine coming on. That wasn't good. So we just had couch time that night with Netflix. And then, yeah, I woke up with a screaming migraine. So, yeah, what a way to begin our vacation staycation. So, yeah, I felt like poop. So, Big Handsome put the boat in the water. And, yeah, it's really hard for him to swing it out. For some reason, you know what? We hadn't had the boat in the water since Irma in the summer. Yeah. So it was still actually on the davits and set on, I don't know what they're called, but it's set on these things that actually, so the boat sits on our dock. It doesn't hang over the water or anything like that. It sits actually on our dock. So he had such a time swinging that boat out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wanted to gouge my eye out. because of my headache. So still no word on my biopsy results at this point in time. So, oh yeah, and then because I was supposed to get my stitches out the day before Thanksgiving, but then when they called to confirm the appointment, I was like, I'm not going to be in town. So my husband ended up doing a little bit of minor surgery on me and taking out my stitches. So, oh golly, he's a jack of all trades, that man. Yeah, so I was just, oh, I didn't even have the energy to crochet. Yeah, my head must have really been bad. I'll do these 2 pages and then stop. So here I had done actually these pages I had finished before I ever did these pages. I am here, there, and everywhere in this book at any given time. So we must have gone out in the boat this day. Yep. We didn't get out too early. Yeah, we weren't in a rush. And we headed north an hour boat ride away. This I drew. I just got like a picture off of Google of a fishing pole, so I drew that in. Um, yeah, it was a beautiful day, and I still wasn't feeling all that great, and honestly, my husband was not either. So I was up at the front of the boat reading a book, and he was fishing. I mean, it was a beautiful, beautiful day, but neither one of us were feeling very well at all. I don't even think we caught anything, and we didn't catch any lobster either. Yeah, it was a lovely boat ride home, though. And then, yeah, this page here. So this, I started like going downhill kind of in a depressive way. Yeah, because I was at the house by myself with the pups. My kids were at work and school, and Thanksgiving was coming up. And it's a time, of course, to be thankful, but it's also a time to share with your family and friends and all that. And I was just in a mood, you know. Go on. Yeah. So I think way too much. So I did have a FaceTime with Beauty Queen, and that helped a bit, and had a nice chat with my sister-in-law, so that was nice. So I'll stop on these pages here, and I'll thank you for your time and sharing it with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.